Good morning, everybody. I appreciate the introductions. I see some familiar faces in the audience. Show of hands, how many people are from out of town? Drove to Orlando for this. All right. Thank you very much for doing that. I think it's very important. I've had a great week, and I'm happy to be here. On Tuesday in our office, we had kind of a delegation from South Korea who was traveling the United States trying to, they were interested in finding out how we do our business of environmental protection. It was an interesting conversation that we had, and yesterday, because it was Earth Day, we hosted it was a Business Professionals Association of Central Florida. They wanted to come to our office and learn a little bit more about us and Florida's environment. And then today in our office, it's Bring Your Son and Daughter to Work Day. And we have about 15 kids in our office right now, so it's a good place for me to be. But for me, I have a 20-year career in environmental protection, both in public and private sector, and today is kind of the day that you kind of reflect back on why our work is so important, seeing the kids in our office and how excited they are to be there. Over the week, talking with all these groups, one of the things that I get asked quite frequently by all different types of people from all different sectors is, what's that one thing in Florida that is causing us the most problems? What's that biggest source of pollution? Is it the nitrate or nutrients in our waterways? Is it all the vehicles that we have in urban areas and ozone? And I always say it's us. It's the people. You got 19 million residents. You got 80 million annual visitors. And that puts a big strain on the environment here in Florida and what you try to do to not only get the environment to be healthy, but also how to make it sustainable. And I always point to the Green Lodging Program. Is anyone familiar with the Green Lodging Program that we have here in Florida? The Green Lodging Program started about 10 years ago, and there's 5 components to it. You got to reduce the amount of energy that you use. It's targeted toward resorts, lodges, motels, hotels. You got to reduce the amount of energy that you use, one component. Reduce the amount of water that you use. Reduce the amount of waste that you generate. You got to use environmentally friendly products. And that 5th component is you have to have some type of communication package. You got to communicate to your staff, to your peers, to your customers what you're doing. And when that program started, at the time, there was an executive order that was issued out of the governor's office that said the state of Florida isn't going to do business with anybody that isn't a Green Lodge. And that kind of was the carrot that really drove a lot of resorts here in Florida to jump on board and implement this program for that competitive advantage. But what was interesting about it is as they started to implement the program, they started to see the rewards that was coming in. It wasn't in a customer base. We had a facility down here in South Orlando, wasn't part of the Walt Disney World complex, even though every resort at Walt Disney World is a Green Lodge, that saved $200,000 a month in their energy bill alone once they came onto the program and implemented those energy saving strategies. That's your win, and that's how we should all be operating, and that's sustainable. And that goes across the board, whether you're in business or whether you're in your own homes. We should all be looking to reduce the amount of energy we use, the amount of water we use, waste, and so forth. And I just think that's a great model. It's a great message, and certainly the foundation of all that is recycling, reducing, and reusing. So it was a privilege. I'm glad that you all asked me to come here today to welcome you all. I really appreciate everyone coming here this morning, especially you folks that are coming from out of town. We can't have enough of these types of workshops. Smart people get together. They start talking about what can be here in the state of Florida, what can we do to meet some of these challenges, not just the 75% recycling rule, but just the things that we're trying to accomplish in making sure we have a healthy environment moving forward so all those kids that are in our office today can enjoy what we enjoy here today. So thank you. I've seen your agenda. It's great. I'm looking forward to sitting in on most of it, and hope you all have a great workshop. Right. Thank you.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.